Hey, long time no see, post, video. I'm sorry for that. I've had a lot going on and I've been pretty busy and stuff. But I wanted to make a video. I'm not going to be singing tonight, but I do want to make a video about something personal. I've had a lot of people come to me asking, how do you get through something so hard and not let it tear you down? And I've had a lot of people asking that because I've had friends who have lost family members or other friends. I recently lost my own aunt, and I've had a lot of people want to give up, and a lot of people want to do things, and I wanted to make a video and tell you my answer. So how do I get through something so hard that it doesn't tear me down? Personally, I have two reasons. One, I have a God who loves me, who created everything around me, who created me, my own self-being. I have a God who loved me so much that he gave me my life. And with my life, he gave me my voice. He gave me talents. But most of all, he gave me a heart for other people. My second reason, when I lose someone, or something happens to me, or I just feel heavy and I feel down, I feel so alone, I remember the people I have in my life with me. I remember the things that we do. I remember the good times I've had. I remember the moments that I make with them, the memories. I have a friend who recently lost one of his really good friends. And today he went to her funeral. And he messaged me and told me what happened. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He didn't hide his emotion, and he said goodbye for the last time. But yet, everybody who's lost someone, here's something for you. The person that you lost is always right there. He or she didn't necessarily... Okay. If they're saved, they're in heaven. If they're not, you know the alternative. And if you don't, you can always message me below and I'll explain it. But that doesn't mean that they're not here. And by that I mean, they're here through your memories. They're here through you keeping them alive. God has such an amazing way of showing us that we can do things. That we're strong enough to do things. That no matter what happens, there's an alternative. How I stay strong in hard times, I fail a lot. I make mistakes a lot, but for the people who understand what I'm saying, God says in the Bible, Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans for hope and a future, plans for good and not evil." Yes, there are times where it's hard. Yes, there are times where you can't believe something happened, but it's okay. Because God has a plan for you and your life. God has a plan for me even when I can't see it sometimes. And for the people who lost loved ones, for the people who feel like they're gone forever, you can still talk to them. They can hear you because they watch you from heaven. And for the ones who are just going through a really hard time right now, You are loved. Whether it's from a family member or a friend or a random person like me, you are loved. And you will always be loved. Yes, sometimes I put a target on my back when I say, when you need something, I'm here. But I mean it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you've done. I will show you who Christ is. I will be there for you. I had 2 girls who needed my help, and I helped them. And I didn't know them. You have a specific plan for your life. You have a wonderful masterpiece laid out in front of you. It's whether or not you want to take it or not. But there's a plan. So when you're going through something hard, when you don't understand something sometimes, and you're just like, why did this happen? Why did this have to happen to me? Why is it that I repeatedly have bad things happening in my life I can't get over? You can. You have the strength to. Just don't give up. Don't give in. Don't let the enemy defeat you. I look on my YouTube sometimes and I don't know who watches these. I don't know if what I say makes a difference. I don't know. But when I see 4 views, 18 views, 20 views, 50, 60 views, I pray over the people who watched. Because your life means something to every single one of you. Your life means something. And it's always going to mean something. But it's whether or not you're going to let your life and God's plan go through it. For those of you who lost somebody, for those of you who are depending on somebody and they're not following through, they're not doing what they say you should do, for those of you who left a family member and you won't speak to them, for those of you who want to end your life, for those of you just going through everyday life, you are loved. You are wanted. Fix those relationships that you don't have anymore because you decide to step away from it. Invest in those relationships, in those family members, in those friends. For those of you who lost somebody, look to God and ask Him for comfort. Or message me and ask for prayer, because I will pray for you. And I will talk to you. For those of you who just want to end your life, please listen to what I have to say. It's not worth it. Your life has a purpose, even though you can't think of one right now. I can. You matter. There is somebody that you don't know who is depending on you, and if you end it, they might too. So look closer to your life. Look closer to who's looking up to you so you can help them. And for those of you just going through everyday stresses, you can do it. You can get through it. All you have to do is focus on what you want the most, and you can get through it. Because you're strong. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're independent. You're loved. You have mercy and grace and significance. And for those of you who don't know who Jesus Christ is, or has been told something different, Jesus Christ is a son of God. He came as a human being. He knew his purpose. He knew he was going to die for you, but he came anyways. He was born to a Virgin Mary and grew up in churches and taught about God, taught about how magnificent, amazing God is. And when he became an adult, one night he went into the garden and he prayed, God, please don't have me do this, but if it's your will, I will do it. And he got arrested. And when he got arrested, at the end of the day, there was a trial, a murderer and a thief and someone so bad where Jesus could be let go. And they crucified Jesus. A man who did nothing, a man who never sinned in his entire life. And yes, that's hard to believe, but he didn't. And the next day, he got whipped and spat upon and treated worse than anything you can ever imagine. But he didn't give up. He didn't back off. He didn't say stop it. He didn't do anything. He kept to it. He kept doing it. And then when he was beat so bad that he couldn't stand up, they forced him to drag a cross made out of wood up to a hill for you and for me. And he bled. And not only that, they put nails in his hands and his feet and nailed him to the cross. And they lifted the cross up. And he just hung there. His body is the only thing supporting himself. And they put a crown of thorns on his head to where his head was bleeding. And he was in pain, but he never said stop. He never gave up. And then 3 days later, he told God, God, forgive them, for they know not what they've done. And he died and went to heaven. But 3 days later, the sacrifice veil, where people went and sacrificed to the priest, and the priest sacrificed to everybody, was ripped from top to bottom. Not bottom to top, top to bottom. And Jesus rose out of the grave, and Mary came to his grave, and he was alive. And he said, go and tell everybody. And she did. And from that day on, everybody is told, even up to today. That's who Jesus Christ is. Jesus Christ is someone who gave his own life up because he loved you and he loved me so much. That is who you look to. I love every single one of you who watches my videos. Thank you for watching my videos and supporting me. And if you ever have any questions or compliments or even complaints, feel free to comment below and I will answer you. I pray for every one of you, especially I pray for the people who have lost somebody so close to them in the last few weeks, in the last few days. Always remember, the people that you lost are never forgotten, are never gone, but that's up to you. You have a choice to allow them to live on in your memories and in your heart, or you can forget them. Because they're always there with you. They have never left. Why? Because you keep them in your prayers, you keep them in your heart, and you talk about them all the time. My next video should be a song, but if something else is on my heart, I'm like I said a few videos earlier, some of these will be songs and some of them will just be me talking to you guys. And I hope that you guys will still support me, and I hope that you'll still support my channel and my videos as I'm doing this, because I really believe God is going to do something great with these. Sometimes I feel like I don't make a difference, but it's not me who makes a difference. It's God and Jesus Christ. So everyone who's lost somebody or going through something so hard, always remember, you are strong enough to do this. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to let things out. But then after you do that, get back on your feet and fight. Because every day is a new battle for you. Every day you have to get up and fight over and over again. And you're strong enough to do it. I hope that this video has encouraged somebody out there. One of these days I'm going to put my testimony, the story, things that have been done to me, that made me who I am today up. And I hope that you guys will support that video as well. But most of all, I pray that this has helped somebody. And I hope that you guys enjoy these videos, because I enjoy doing them for you. Always remember, stay strong, you've got this, and the people you lost are never truly gone.